dive deep into the world of unsolved mysteries that continue to baffle minds and ignite imaginations. Each episode will explore the strange and the mysterious, uncovering theories and stories that will leave you questioning everything. This is Unsolved Mysteries.
Welcome back to S&D Shorts, Unsolved Mysteries. Episode 3. But this one... I'm trying to think of what to say. So, they still haven't caught this guy.
Yeah, it's been... $56 years.
Still unsolved.
December 20th, 1968, was the first strike of terror in the San Francisco Bay Area, the death of 2 teenagers by gunfire. July 4th, 1969, another teen couple was gunned down, with one surviving and the other dying. September 27th, that same year, 1969, a couple was stabbed violently with one survivor. October 11th, 1969, a taxi driver was shot and killed, dropping off his killer. These 5 murders have become one of America's greatest unsolved murders by the Zodiac Killer. Many believe that there are more. However, these 4 incidents are the only confirmed murders from the Zodiac.
So I don't know about you, but I feel like I'd be safe, considering that majority of these were couples. Like if I was... Like, during this time, if I, me and my significant other were, like, going all that, it's like, how about we hang out at one of our houses instead of, like, driving over to this?
Yeah, a lot of them were at, like, Lovers Lane,
yeah.
Like, kissing spots and...
Kissing.
His name originates from the killer himself, as his letters were addressed from the man named the Zodiac. His first 3 letters were sent in to major newspaper companies, each containing ciphers and notes confessing to the killings. The message, when completed, deciphered, says, "I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest. Because man is the most dangerous animal of all to kill. Something gives me the most thrilling experience. It is even better than getting your rocks off with a girl. The best part of it is that when I die, I will be reborn in paradise.
Spelled with a C instead of an S.
And all I have killed will become my slaves. I will not give you my name because you will try to slow down or stop my collecting of slaves for my afterlife."
And then there's a bunch of letters at the end.
What do you say about the rocks with the girl?
He says killing people is more fun than, like, getting his rocks off with a girl.
It tells you how old this is. Who says get rocks off? Like, no, like...
It was the 70s. I think he was just mad that he couldn't get any.
The third attack, the Zodiac, had this goofy-odd costume with a symbol and dates written on the car of the victims. Several footprints were found, as well as several eyewitnesses with composite sketches. As a bonus, the killer also wrote in his ciphers that his name would be revealed, if deciphered properly.
So there's a lot to unravel here.
Okay.
So the first thing we got is his goofy-odd costume. It's like a hood, and then it's like a thing with a rope, and then he's got his little symbol, and he wears glasses on the outside. He looks like the Riddler from...
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
he looks like the Riddler.
They had a base Riddler off of the Zodiac Killer.
After this, he wrote the dates of all his murders on the car door. So it's like, oh, I know. Pretty goofy.
The final attack was on a taxi driver and had witnesses by a group of kids giving the infamous sketch of the killer with glasses. Interestingly, a piece was cut off of the driver's shirt, later being sent in a letter to confirm it was really the Zodiac speaking.
So first of all, he did this in a neighborhood.
Yeah, I was going to say, in front of kids, like, they were the ones that...
They were in a window, like, they were inside. Yeah. But they still saw what happened.
Like, so, because of those kids, that's where we got, like, that whole picture, the guy with the glasses.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Which
and then he cut off a piece of his shirt.
Which looks like Riddler.
More letters were sent to different newspaper companies with ciphers, one being recently solved in 2020, being sent all the way back in November 9th of 1969.
So they're still taking cracks at it, you know.
I mean, yeah, might as well. I mean, if the guy's name is in one of the letters, wouldn't you want to, like, yeah, like, at least, even if that guy died, like, at least know? What are you doing?
I'm gonna look up what the cipher says, because people are probably gonna know.
This letter says, "I hope you are having lots of fun trying to catch me. That wasn't me on the TV show."
So later we will get into, there was actually a TV show, and the Zodiac called into the TV show saying that, but this cipher says that it wasn't him on the TV show.
Oh, so it was like some other guy trying to...
Yeah. That's partially why I cut it out. Okay, out of the TV show. Let's get into the theories.
The first suspect is a man named Jack Terrence,
Not to be confused with Jack Torrance.
who's suspected by his son was the killer. With bloody knives, rolls of film depicting violence, and a hood with the Zodiac symbol painted on it, Dennis, his son, is convinced that it's him.
He could be cosplaying. I mean, wouldn't... I'm just saying, like, you know, like, oh, don't look at that drawer. That's... Daddy's
Yeah.
cosplaying.
But like the films of like people getting killed and like...
People have their kinks.
The second suspect is a man named Louis Joseph Myers, who was suspected because of his deathbed confession of the murders. It was also believed that Louis targeted couples out of frustration for being single.
It's just like what you were saying.
A lot of people believed it was him because of his gap in the Zodiac letters between 1971 and 1973.
It's unexplained whether the Zodiac left or whether he was in jail, he was in a psych ward. And there's a lot of these people have that gap, and it's like that's why people think it's them. But
The final suspect, and most popular, is a man named Arthur Lee Allen, the only suspect officially named. He was picked out from a photo lineup from one of the victims.
so the victim literally had the pictures, and they're like, "Do any of these guys look like the guy that killed you?" And he was like, "Yeah, this guy does."
Yeah, like they were like dead on like this.
Yeah, they were like this guy.
When searching his apartment, they found a Zodiac brand watch with a symbol from the letters. He had all the circumstantial evidence living in San Francisco at the time.
He was there. He had the Zodiac sign on his watch, and he had a Zodiac brand watch.
Yeah, that's kind of a red flag right there.
Another compelling piece of evidence is the testimony from a cellmate of Allen's, claiming he said he wanted to kill people under the name Zodiac.
I mean, come on. You
That...
can't get any more than that.
Yeah. This guy.
An arrest on an unrelated topic and jail time may contribute to the gap between 71 and 73 while Allen was in jail.
So he could have been in jail during that time for the gap. It's all
matching up.
it's getting there. It's getting there.
While all the suspects are compelling, the most interesting piece of evidence is DNA from one of the letters licked by the killer. Each suspect DNA has been tested and come back negative.
Overall, the Zodiac Killer wreaked havoc through the San Francisco Bay Area for over a decade. With hundreds of suspects and no leads, this case might just remain a mystery. Closing thoughts. Who do you think it is?
Definitely the last guy. Like,
Arthur Lee Allen. He's...
because again, like he literally said to the guy, "Yeah, if I wanted to kill someone, Zodiac would be my name." Breaking news: the Zodiac Killer has killed a bunch of couples and a taxi driver.
The thing was, he was a big guy, like, and he wasn't known to be like. Everyone was like, "Oh, he wasn't a big guy," but like, he could have lost weight.
Was he also the guy with the watch?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. If I was like a notorious killer, I'd like to have a brand on my watch.
All right. Well. Comment which mystery.
I usually cut it like when you close your laptop. Quit edging.